I don't know if we're going to be doing this or not, actually. I'd love to, but doesn't look great so far. This is the one problem with this game, and like, I understand why they don't do matchmaking in this, but it really keeps people like me that don't have a group that they typically play with from being able to do these kind of activities. From what I gather, most people say the best part of this game is in-game content, dungeons and raids. They're just not really accessible for either new people or lapsed players like me that have just kind of gotten back into the game. So, like, I'm trying to find teams here, but it's like, it's a real pain trying to just join. So I'll sit here for 20, 30 minutes trying to join up with somebody, and then I finally do. And they don't have mics, which, you know, that's why they don't do it that way. I get it. But there's got to be a better way of getting players like myself into these in-game activities, because I can hang. I got level 550 stuff. I feel like I'm pretty decent at this game. I just cannot get into this end-game content, and it kind of sucks. So I'll just sit here and spam trying to join these things for the next 20 minutes. We'll give it another couple minutes. If I can't get into one of these, I'm just going to go back to doing the other stuff. I enjoy doing the other stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love playing the Lawless Frontier, but I really want the Dark Saber. I really want to see what kind of loot they've got in the... And honestly, the dungeons are fun. I'd love to be able to play the dungeons. And you can't exactly solo them. So if Bungie was to ever listen to me, which they're not going to, I get it. But if they were ever to listen to me, we got to have some sort of matchmaking. You know, it may not be ideal, but there has to be matchmaking for these dungeons for players like me. Because this is supposed to be an MMO, right? It's supposed to be, well, at least an MMO light. And it's supposed to be a social game. But there's really no areas where you can connect with other players, other new players. A lot of that has to do with the fact that there's not a lot of communication while you're playing. Not a lot of people have mics on. So unless you have friends outside of the game that you can convince to come into the game, you're just not going to get anywhere. You're not going to be able to play this. And I really want to play this mission. I can't. And every time I do, it bugs out like it did in the last time we tried to run it. And then people get frustrated and they quit. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll try this last one here if this doesn't work. Hey. How's everybody doing? I just got done bitching for 30 minutes about how they need matchmaking on this.
Yeah.
Because the Fire Team Finder's fine. It's just a real pain to find a group.
I like the old way of finding a fire team.